If you are over 60 years old, I need you to listen very carefully to what I am about to share with you. These insights could transform your health journey and possibly save your life. Every single day, thousands of older adults experience strokes, and the frightening truth is that many strokes happen without any warning signs whatsoever. Picture this scenario. One moment you are perfectly fine, perhaps standing in your kitchen preparing breakfast, enjoying the quiet morning routine you have cherished for years. Then, suddenly, and without warning, your speech begins to become difficult and slurred. You feel weakness spreading through one side of your body like a heavy blanket. You might even collapse without understanding what is happening to you. Imagine losing the ability to speak clearly, to walk independently, to remember your loved ones, or even to care for yourself. The thought is truly terrifying, and it is a reality that affects hundreds of thousands of seniors every year. But here is the part that no one tells you, the crucial information that could make all the difference in your life. Strokes often develop silently through small, seemingly innocent daily habits, especially during those first precious hours of each new day. Throughout my decades of working with older adults, I have helped them understand that morning routines that appear completely harmless can quietly and dangerously increase stroke risk. What makes this even more concerning is that many people believe they are making healthy choices, but these habits could actually be harming their brain without them realizing it. However, there is genuinely good news that I want to share with you today. This comprehensive guide will not only help you identify exactly which habits you need to avoid, but it will also show you how to build effective, protective routines that will safeguard your brain and circulatory system for many years to come. Please do not skip any part of this information or leave before we finish. This knowledge could truly save your life or the life of someone you love dearly. I promise you will learn something valuable and potentially life-changing today. Let us begin with the first habit that requires your immediate attention and understanding. Dangerous habit number 1. Getting out of bed too quickly. Once you wake up and jump out of bed too rapidly, something potentially dangerous happens to your body. This might sound like common sense to quickly get up and start your day with energy and purpose, but for older adults, this is actually one of the most dangerous things you can do to your cardiovascular system. When you have been lying down throughout the entire night, your blood pressure naturally decreases to its lowest levels. Your blood circulation slows down significantly, and your brain has not yet fully adapted to an upright position. Think about this carefully. Your body has been in a horizontal position for 7 to 8 hours, and all of your internal systems have adjusted to this restful state. When you suddenly sit up or stand up too quickly, your body must struggle intensely to maintain stable blood flow to your brain. This sudden drop in blood pressure is called orthostatic hypotension, and for older adults, especially those who already have narrowed arteries, it can lead to dizziness, fainting, or even worse, a stroke. Consider your brain like a delicate sponge that requires constant nourishment. After lying down for many hours, it needs a slow, steady stream of oxygen-rich blood flowing through it. Jumping out of bed too quickly disrupts this crucial blood supply, creating a dangerous situation that could have serious consequences. Here is exactly what you should do instead, and I want you to remember this routine every single morning. When you first wake up, remain lying down for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. Take several deep, calming breaths, allowing your body to gradually wake up. Then, very slowly sit up on the edge of your bed, letting your legs dangle over the side for another full minute. Only after this gentle transition should you carefully and slowly stand up. These 2 minutes each morning might seem minimal, but they could literally mean the difference between a healthy start to your day and a serious medical emergency. Let me ask you something important. Has this ever happened to you? Have you ever felt dizzy or faint when waking up? Please remember these experiences, because they are your body's way of warning you about potential problems. Consider the case of Margaret, a 72-year-old woman who always prided herself on being energetic and quick to start her day. Every morning, she would spring out of bed immediately upon waking, eager to begin her daily routine. One Tuesday morning, as she jumped up as usual, she suddenly felt the room spinning violently around her. She collapsed back onto her bed, feeling weak and confused. Fortunately, Margaret was not seriously injured, but this incident taught her the importance of taking those crucial few minutes to transition slowly from lying down to standing up. Dangerous habit number 2. Skipping water immediately upon waking. Your brain contains approximately 75% water, and this fact becomes critically important when we consider what happens during sleep. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body naturally becomes dehydrated. You have not consumed any fluids for many hours, and your body has continued to lose water through breathing and other natural processes. But what do most people typically do immediately upon waking in the morning? They reach for coffee, tea, or perhaps they consume nothing at all for the first hour or two. This seemingly innocent choice creates a dangerous situation in your body. Dehydration makes your blood significantly thicker and more viscous. When your blood becomes thicker, your heart must work much harder to pump this sluggish blood through your arteries and up to your brain. Imagine trying to push thick honey through a narrow straw compared to pushing water through the same straw. The difference in effort required is enormous. When your heart is straining to push slow-moving, thick blood through already narrowed arteries to reach your brain, you are placing yourself at serious risk for a stroke. Even more alarming, dehydration can silently increase your blood pressure and make you more susceptible to dangerous blood clots forming in your circulatory system. Here is the much better choice that could protect your health. Drink 1 full glass of room temperature water immediately after waking up. Not cold water, which can shock your system, and not hot water, which requires energy to process. Simply clean, pure water at body temperature. This simple habit improves blood circulation throughout your entire body, supports healthy kidney function, and ensures that the precious blood your brain desperately needs will flow smoothly and easily through your arteries. Your brain will thank you for this kindness. I know that some of you might be thinking, but I do not feel thirsty in the morning. Here is something crucial to understand. Thirst is not always a reliable indicator of your body's needs, especially as we age. When you actually feel thirsty, dehydration has already begun affecting your body. If you care about protecting your memory, maintaining your balance, and safeguarding yourself against stroke, make drinking water your very first priority each morning. Think about David, a 68-year-old retired teacher who always started his day with 2 large cups of strong coffee. He never felt thirsty in the morning and assumed his coffee was providing adequate hydration. After learning about the importance of morning hydration, David began drinking a full glass of water before his coffee. Within just 2 weeks, he noticed that his morning dizziness had disappeared, and he felt more alert and energetic throughout the day. Dangerous habit number 3. Choosing high sodium breakfast foods. Many of us were raised with the belief that a hearty breakfast means bacon and eggs with buttered toast, sausages with hash browns, or perhaps a bowl of instant oatmeal loaded with flavor packets. While these foods might taste comforting and familiar, they are silently damaging your blood vessels in ways you might not realize. Sodium, commonly known as salt, is one of the primary contributors to high blood pressure. And the dangerous reality is that many older adults already have mildly elevated blood pressure levels, especially during morning hours. When you combine the naturally increased blood pressure that occurs each morning with salty foods, you are creating a perfect storm of cardiovascular stress. The small blood vessels in your brain are incredibly delicate and fragile. Excessive pressure can cause one of these tiny vessels to rupture, leading to a hemorrhagic stroke, or it can create conditions that promote blood clots, resulting in an ischemic stroke. Both types of strokes can be devastating and life-changing. Here are much better breakfast ideas that will nourish your body and protect your brain. Fresh fruits like berries, bananas, or apples, plain oatmeal topped with fresh fruit and a small amount of honey, eggs prepared without added salt, or whole grain toast with natural nut butter. These choices provide essential nutrients without overwhelming your cardiovascular system with sodium. Also, please do not be deceived by packaging that claims to be healthy or low-fat. Many processed breakfast foods contain shockingly large amounts of hidden sodium. Always check nutrition labels carefully and set a goal of consuming no more than 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium for your entire breakfast. Let me share the story of Robert, a 71-year-old man who loved starting his day with 2 pieces of bacon, buttered toast, and a glass of orange juice. His blood pressure readings were consistently elevated in the morning, and his doctor was concerned about stroke risk. When Robert switched to oatmeal with fresh blueberries and a piece of whole-grain toast with almond butter, his morning blood pressure readings improved significantly within just 3 weeks. Change what you eat in the morning, and you can dramatically reduce your stroke risk for the entire rest of the day. This single modification to your routine could add years of healthy, independent living to your life. Dangerous habit number 4. Drinking too much coffee on an empty stomach. Now, I am not here to tell you to completely give up coffee if you enjoy it, but drinking multiple cups of strong coffee before eating anything is when the danger truly begins. Coffee stimulates the release of adrenaline, which increases your heart rate and causes your blood vessels to constrict or narrow. The combination of dehydration, constricted blood vessels, and sudden blood pressure spikes can create tremendous stress on your heart and significantly reduce blood flow to your brain. If you are over 60 and drinking coffee to combat fatigue, you might actually be making the underlying problem much worse. Fatigue is often a sign of poor sleep quality, dehydration, or nutritional deficiencies, not a lack of caffeine. Your body is trying to tell you something important, and covering up the message with stimulants can prevent you from addressing the real issue. Instead of reaching for coffee first thing in the morning, try drinking water first, then eating a light breakfast, such as the oatmeal or fruit I mentioned earlier. After nourishing your body properly, you can enjoy your coffee in moderation. 1 medium-sized cup is generally safe for most older adults. Avoid adding excessive amounts of sugar or artificial creamers, which can cause inflammation in your already delicate blood vessels. Let coffee be a pleasure rather than a crutch for poor health habits. Consider the experience of Linda, a 65-year-old woman who was drinking 4 cups of coffee every morning before eating anything. She frequently experienced heart palpitations and felt jittery and anxious. When she reduced her coffee intake to 1 cup after a healthy breakfast, her symptoms disappeared completely, and she actually felt more energetic throughout the day. Dangerous habit number 5. Ignoring dizziness or weakness in the morning. Feeling dizzy or weak immediately upon waking is something that should never be ignored or dismissed. Many older adults brush off these symptoms because they believe they are simply a normal part of aging, but the reality is much more serious and concerning. These sensations could be your brain's way of signaling that it is not receiving adequate oxygen. They might indicate low blood sugar levels, dangerous blood pressure changes, or even worse, early signs of a transient ischemic attack, commonly called a mini-stroke. Mini-strokes often occur during the early morning hours, and while the symptoms might only last a few minutes, they serve as critical warning signs that a major stroke could be imminent. If you wake up feeling unusually weak, confused, or if you notice facial drooping or slurred speech, do not wait to see if the condition improves on its own. Call your doctor immediately, or contact emergency services. Document these symptoms carefully, and consider keeping a daily health journal or using a smartphone app to track any patterns or recurring issues. Ignoring these warning signs could cost you your independence or even your life. Your body whispers before it screams, so please listen carefully and take action quickly when something feels wrong. Think about the case of George, a 70-year-old man who experienced brief episodes of dizziness and confusion several mornings in a row. He dismissed these symptoms as just getting older. On the 4th morning, he suffered a major stroke that left him partially paralyzed. Later, his doctors explained that the previous episodes were warning signs that could have led to preventive treatment if he had sought medical attention immediately. Dangerous habit. Number 6. Forgetting medications or taking them incorrectly. Another potentially dangerous situation for older adults is forgetting to take prescribed medications or, even worse, taking them incorrectly. Blood pressure medications, blood thinners, and cholesterol-lowering drugs are all specifically designed to help control your stroke risk. Forgetting a dose or accidentally doubling up because you cannot remember if you have already taken your medications can throw your body's systems into dangerous chaos. Blood pressure can spike suddenly. Blood clotting can become irregular. or dangerous drug interactions can occur. Start building a reliable routine immediately. Use a pill organizer with compartments for each day of the week, set alarms on your phone or watch, or ask a family member to help you maintain consistency. Never change your medications without consulting your doctor first. Taking medications as prescribed is not just a habit. It is your daily defensive action against one of the most disabling conditions older adults face. The few minutes you spend organizing and taking your medications each morning could prevent a lifetime of disability. Consider using a medication management app on your smartphone or tablet, or ask your pharmacist about automatic refill services to ensure you never run out of critical medications. Some pharmacies even offer medication synchronization services, where all of your prescriptions are ready for pickup on the same day each month. Dangerous habit. Number 7. Holding your urine too long after waking. This might surprise many people, but when you delay urinating immediately after waking up, your bladder becomes uncomfortably full, and this triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline into your bloodstream. What do these stress hormones do to your body? They cause your blood pressure to increase dramatically, not just by a small amount, but often by dangerous levels. This sudden spike in blood pressure during early morning hours places enormous stress on your heart and the fragile blood vessels in your brain. Holding your urine can also cause irregular heartbeats in some older adults, creating ideal conditions for blood clots or other circulatory problems that can lead directly to stroke. The solution is remarkably simple, but incredibly important. When you wake up, make using the bathroom your absolute first priority, before checking your phone, preparing breakfast, or doing anything else. When your body sends you signals, please listen to them and respond promptly. Your bladder and your cardiovascular system are more connected than you might realize. And this simple act of self-care can prevent serious health complications. Creating your new protective morning routine. Now that you understand these 7 potentially dangerous morning habits that could be silently increasing your stroke risk, you have the power to change your future starting tomorrow morning. Do not underestimate the importance of these seemingly small daily choices. Like a leaky faucet that can eventually fill an entire bathtub, unhealthy habits accumulate over time and can create the foundation for future strokes. But the opposite is also true. Protective habits actively build the foundation for stronger blood circulation, clearer thinking, better balance, and longer independence. Here is your new, brain-protecting morning routine that you can start implementing immediately. When you first wake up, remain lying down for 1 to 2 minutes while taking several deep breaths. This allows your blood pressure to adjust gradually to consciousness. Slowly sit up and let your legs hang over the side of the bed for another minute before standing. This prevents dangerous drops in blood pressure that can cause falls or worse. Make using the bathroom your very first priority after standing up. Do not delay this basic bodily function that can trigger stress hormones. Drink 1 full glass of room temperature water to rehydrate your body and thin your blood for easier circulation. Prepare a breakfast that is low in sodium but high in nutrients, such as oatmeal with fresh fruit, eggs without added salt, or whole grain toast with natural nut butter. Take your prescribed medications exactly as directed, using a pill organizer or smartphone app to maintain consistency. If you choose to drink coffee, limit yourself to 1 moderate cup after eating your breakfast, and avoid adding excessive sugar or artificial ingredients. Pay attention to how you feel throughout this routine. If you experience any dizziness, weakness, confusion, or other concerning symptoms, contact your healthcare provider immediately. Remember, these changes might feel small and insignificant at first, but their cumulative effect on your health can be truly life-changing. You are not just modifying your morning routine, you are actively investing in your brain health, your independence, and your future quality of life. Every morning presents you with a fresh opportunity to make choices that either protect or endanger your health. Choose protection. Choose independence. Choose a longer, healthier life by implementing these simple but powerful changes to your daily routine. Your brain and your family will thank you for taking these important steps to safeguard your health and well-being for many years to come.